Hello, welcome to Me with the Geeks. My name's Tom. First of all, I'd like to apologise for all those of you that were wanted to listen to it, but I haven't posted anything in a while. I did do a couple, however, I got really ill. I had the flu. I was bedridden for like next to a week, and so I recorded it. I was like, oh, I'll wake up on the next day. I'll post it, and I just didn't get up. It was horrible, to say the least. But, I'm here now. I haven't got a guest. I haven't had a guest for the last couple of times that I've been doing podcasts. Not that I've posted them. But the reason that I've not had any guests is because I've been really, really busy, obviously, and being ill. Just getting on with my life. But today I have the day off from work. So I was just like, I'm going to do a podcast today. So first and foremost, I want to start talking about what we all saw last week. I don't think there's anybody on this planet who isn't a fan who didn't see this trailer launch, and that's the Episode 8 trailer, Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. And there's been a lot of fiction and a lot of fan theory going around, which is awesome, but we don't know until we see it. But we're gonna go through the trailer a little bit. I did like I say, I did record something, and I did record myself listening to some trailers and having some reactions to some trailers. But there's just no point in posting it now. It's just the trailers have been out for a while now, so there's just no point. But Star Wars Episode 8 trailer has been out for just over a week now. I haven't, and I want to just give my input. So we'll start from. I'll just go through some of the things that we see in the trailer, like. We see these attack height type walkers that we see right at the beginning of the trailer. They sort of like the original AT-ATs, but they're not. They kind of are like, it kind of looks like they're walking on fists instead of like using the feet. It's like the gorillas. It's really bizarre, but very slow. Look very, very slow. And then obviously I believe that's obviously going to be a big battle scene within the film. And to be honest, if they're that slow, they'll be fairly easy to beat, unless they've obviously got some sort of what they're called, barrier. What they're called? I can't remember what they call them. It don't matter. But yeah, Snoke talking about how it's such raw power. He's never felt raw power like this before, or he hasn't felt it in a long time. And Snoke's seems to be giving this speech about how this character in Episode 8 is going to be the leader of the Sith or something like that. I'm not sure. But obviously a lot of it focuses around Rey's training with Luke, and that should be fun. However, Luke looks scared during a lot of this trailer. Why he's scared, we don't know. It seems to have a lot to do with what happened on that planet. Name escapes me, I do apologise. But, and we don't know why Rey, even if he was the one that left Rey on Jenka, I'm not sure. So, yeah, he looks scared. It looks like the fact that he might know more than he's letting on. But who knows? So we'll find out. Kylo Ren looks like he's going to kill Leia. I can't live through Leia dying twice, man. I can't do it. My heart bleeds for that woman. She's everyone's first love. And as much as you may deny it, man, if you tell me you didn't watch Return of the Jedi and say to yourself, man, I want a woman in my life that will wear a gold bikini, you're just not a human being. Like, not even a wife. Like, even if you're a female, like my lady, she says the same. She's like, my first love was Leia in that golden bikini. She was like, I would give you up 1,000,000 times over for that, which I don't blame her. But yeah, it looks like she's on a ship, and he's gonna be the one that is going to be the one that ends the story of Leia, which I'm getting a bit choked up thinking about it, but we'll get past this bit because I think I might cry. Rey looks like it looks like she's wanting help from somebody. Now that might be that she's wanting help from Luke in a different scene. It might look like she's wanting help from. The way that the portrayal is put together, it looks like she's asking Kylo Ren for help. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's two totally different scenes. And I genuinely believe that scene where in the trailer where Kylo Ren holds his hand out, which makes it look like he's holding his hand out to Rey, doesn't necessarily mean he's not holding his hand out to Rey. I think that he might have a bit of an enlightenment in his life, and he's just realised that I'm sick of killing people. I'm sick of being the bad guy. I want to be the good guy now, and he changes teams. And we could see that. We could see him turn good. However, you can't have a good guy. You can't just have a team of full good guys in Star Wars. Oh no, it don't work that way. You need the bad guy, and I don't think Snoke is fit enough to be the bad guy. I think something's going to happen to Luke, where we're going to see Luke become the villain. It might only be for a short period of time, but he might become the villain. But we'll see what happens with that. But I'm really looking forward to it. Not to say that I was a massive fan of the Episode 7, Force Awakens. I like it. I think it's a really good film. I just don't think it for me, it didn't really hold up with the Star Wars universe. Maybe it's because I'm being a bit biased, because maybe I wanted to see more Luke, maybe I wanted to see more Leia, but and I think that's what kind of killed it for me. But end of the day, it's a franchise that I love, and it's a franchise that I'll watch until the day I die. And staying on the subject of Star Wars, Ron Howard finished shooting Solo. That's what it's called. It's called Solo: A Star Wars Story. So it's starring Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo, Donald Glover, Childish Gambino as Lando. We all love Lando. And Woody Harrelson and Emilia Clarke are also in it. Can't remember the name. The characters they're playing escape me. Woody Harrelson, obviously, an absolutely amazing actor, and Emilia Clarke. We get the Daenerys. Can't say it might not be great. People were stoked to see her in that bloody Terminator movie, and that turned out to be a pile of shit. But who am I? Apparently, it's good. Apparently, it was supposed to be released in May. Obviously, the whole May the 4th, but it was supposed to come out on May the 24th. But obviously, because what happened with the directors being let go, and then obviously getting Ron Howard in to finish the film, they're expecting. Hopefully, they're still expecting it at a May release, but doubtful. We are in October, and to be honest with you, it's probably going to be a December release anyway. I think if they just stuck to the plan of December release every year for the next, since Episode 7, so Episode 7, Rogue One, Episode 8, Han Solo, Episode 9, and that leads us on to the next one. Where are we going next? Where are we going to go next? Are we going to see a Yoda story? Apparently the Kenobi story is in the works. We don't know. Be pretty cool to see some from the Sith side of things. I know we've got Rebels, and we know we've got all these other canon shows, and they're all great. But I think to see a live action, like a Sith movie, like even like a Darth Maul movie. Oh my god, Darth Maul would be so good. But we have to get to that point, and I think there's a Star Wars could make a lot. Disney could make a lot of money on making these Star Wars flicks, and if they keep generating them, people will keep watching them, and I know I will for a matter of fact. But we'll see. But episode 9, also due to some unforeseen circumstances, lost its director. So we got the man himself jumping back on board. We got JJ jumping back on and taking the helm. Now I don't know whether if that was the reason or not that I didn't really enjoy episode 7. I mean, the direction was absolutely amazing, but for me, I was just like, JJ's just come off of Star Trek. Is he going to make it want to look like Star Trek? And he didn't, and he kept it, amazing. Kept it looking amazing, especially with the practical effects. My apologies. So maybe I can't remember who's done number 8. I can't remember who's done number Last Jedi. Not too sure at all. But yeah, I think that's my basic opinion on the new Star Wars trailer. What's coming up in the Star Wars world. I don't really have anything else to say on behalf of that. So moving on, we'll jump straight in to the next portion of this podcast. I want to talk about movies that I want to see based on the trailers that I've seen. So there's this new comedy film coming out, and it looks really funny. Like on the one that I haven't released, I did my reaction to Daddy's Home 2 with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, and it wasn't very good. And then I saw this get released last week. This Red Band trailer got released last week for a film called Blockers, starring Leslie Mann, Ike Barinholtz, and John Cena. Now you think to yourself, John Cena, are you fucking kidding me? Mate, it looks fucking funny. It's go watch the trailer, but I'm not really going to spoil. I don't really want to spoil a bit. I'll say spoilers. Basically, it's about this group of daughters, like it's three daughters, become friends in school. Their parents become friends, and they grow up together, and whatever standard. But it's like it's the daughter's prom, so they're all like, oh, they're growing up too quickly and blah blah blah. And then one of the girls leaves the computer on, and they're texting away and sending all the emojis and sending like aubergine or whatever they fucking got, those purple things that look like dicks. And that's what they and they basically suss it out that all their daughters are gonna plow on prom night. So for me, it's kind of like American Pie, but from the parents' point of view of the girls, and I think that's pretty funny. Like, nobody, if I had a daughter, man, it's bad enough. My niece is 1. I don't have to worry. Me and Mark don't have to worry about this for a very, very long time. But when that time comes, I'm pretty sure that me and Mark are going to have sheer panic, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't want nothing to happen, and I'm not going to think about that until the time comes. Uncle Tom's very protective of his Seesaw. But yeah, it looks really funny. I'm gonna give it a watch when it comes out. I think it'll be really good. I might even go to the cinema to see it. Who knows? Pacific Rim 2 Uprising. Yeah, if you watch the trailer, it's been out for a couple of weeks now. Just over a week now, and looks super good. Really, really. I think I'm one of the few people that enjoyed the first Pacific Rim. Once you get past the terrible acting, it's actually a really good film. Like, who doesn't want to see giant robots fight monsters? If you don't, you're lying, because everybody wants to see giant robots fight monsters. Just take my money. Just take it and run, because I'm going to pay to see that shit. And I think everybody should. And not to say that they should keep making the Pacific Rim movies. I'm just saying that it's a good stepping stone, and it kind of puts what pressure on a lot of other companies and a lot of other films to say, right, well, we can make Pacific Rim for this much money, and you can't make a fucking this movie for the same amount. Just use other actors. You don't need Tom Hanks in your CGI movie, because Tom Hanks doesn't need CGI. Tom Hanks can do what he does. He can make the movie, whether than some actors need CGI to make films good. Charlie Hunnam, whatever his fucking name is, the guy from Sons of Anarchy. Good looking guy, can't act for shit. But yeah, so moving on. But Pacific Rim Uprising looks really fun. Really excited for it. Gonna see it. Still a bit ill. Sorry. I'm gonna leave this next one to the last. Actually, Thor Ragnarok. Before I miss it, because I've written on a different page. Thor Ragnarok. I'm gonna be paying to see it. I'll probably pay. I think it comes out next week. Really looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it since it got announced. We're going to see Doctor Strange in there. We're going to see Hulk in there. We're going to see some really awesome characters that are going to build up to this Infinity War that we're all anticipating and we're all looking forward to seeing. I'm so excited for Infinity War that it's absolutely holding my insides so much that I just need it. I need it in my life. But we have to endure some more Marvel movies. I'd say endure. We have to go through some. I wasn't the biggest Spider-Man fan. Not gonna lie, it was great, but not the best. So for me, I don't really. If Ant-Man, I think that comes out before Infinity War, and then. But there is one film as well that I'm really stoked for. Another Marvel flick, Black Panther. Apart from Martin Freeman's American accent, I think it's because it kills me, because I'm like, you're a British guy. Pretty sure British people can work in America. You just need visas and shit. And plus you work for the American government, so you're probably alright. But Martin Freeman with his American accent, that's probably the only thing that puts me off of it, but I can't imagine it's going to be very long. The CGI looks amazing. Wakanda, the actual city of Wakanda looks amazing. Chadwick Boseman's we saw him what he was like in Civil War. We're gonna see Chadwick Boseman tear this shit up, and especially with Michael B. Jordan. And he's going to make an absolutely astounding villain. I'm super stoked for it. I'm so looking forward to Black Panther. And as well as we're going to get to see a Marvel movie that's so diverse and so exciting. And I think it's just going to be action-packed from as soon as your ass hits the seat until you get back up. But I'm super excited for it. And I can now forgive Michael B. Jordan for that horrible Fantastic Four movie that he was in. I forgave him kind of when he was in Creed, and he did a really amazing job. And I still resented him, but now I'm just like, yeah, mate, I like you again now. I like him. I think he's really good. I liked him in Chronicle. I just didn't like him in nobody liked anything about Fantastic Four, but we're not getting to that. There's also films that there's no trailer released. It's just been announced. Casting has been announced. So there is one. I've been going on about this for weeks now. I don't know why I'm getting so excited for it, because it's still a few years away. But I'm super, super stoked for Jon Favreau's Lion King. Now, if you haven't heard or read anything about Lion King, Jon Favreau basically directed one of the other Disney live action Disney films, Jungle Book, and I walked out of Jungle Book like going, that is amazing. I've not seen it since, not gonna lie, but it was amazing, visually astounding, and amazing direction, and where he knew what he needed to do to make this work, and had some amazing actors. And once again, casting for the Lion King is amazing. We've got Donald Glover, once again, not just in a Han Solo movie. He's not just playing Lando. He's playing fucking Simba. So it's Lando and Simba. You can't go wrong. You know, I'm so looking forward to hearing that guy's voice as Simba, and I think it'd be cool. Seth Rogen as Pumbaa. If you don't know who Seth Rogen is, you've been living under a rock for the last God knows how long. Like Seth Rogen's big break, I don't know what that was, but like Knocked Up and, you know, Pineapple Express, you've got to love Seth Rogen. I'm probably going to say this guy's name wrong, but Billy Eichner is going to be playing Timon, and if you don't know who that guy is, he plays, I forget what his name is in Parks and Recreation, but he was also in the new season of American Horror Story. I've only seen a couple of episodes of this one, but he plays the guy. I got to the episode where he's in the beekeeper suit, and he keeps bees at his house, I assume. And then Chiwetel Ejiofor. I'm probably saying that wrong, but still, 12 Years a Slave, amazing film. This guy's playing fucking Scar, man. He's playing a villain. It's gonna be absolutely insane. John Oliver, he was in Community as well with Donald Glover, which is awesome. But he was in Community. He's got his own talk show in America now. I can't remember what his talk show is called, but he's playing Zazu, which was weird because I think they could have got what's his name, who played Zazu originally. I can't remember what it's called, but Mr. Bean. Can't remember what his name's gone out of my head. I should have written that down, but yeah, I think they could have got him to do it again, but because they got this guy, they got this guy to come back. They got Mr. James Earl Jones. Darth Vader himself is coming back to play Mufasa, and I'm so excited to hear that about his voice. I'm so looking forward to it. But like I say, the only issue is it doesn't come out for another few years. We were looking at like 2019, 2020 release. And the reason for that is because Disney have got a lot of stuff on the go. They've got like 5 or 6 movies a year coming out for the next 3 years now, 3-4 years. But not too long after Lion King, we're gonna see another Frozen movie, which is weird, and we're gonna also see a live-action Mulan movie, which everybody would be like, yes, Mulan, one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best Disney films ever made. Not a musical. It's not going to have no musical numbers in it at all, apparently, which is blasphemy, because Be a Man is a fucking tune. If you don't love that song, we cannot be friends. But yeah, I'm super looking forward to anything Disney brings out. Is pretty good. Like I've never seen WALL-E. Just something about WALL-E creeps me out. I don't know. I think about being a desolate Earth with only fucking robots can survive. Worries me. But sorry. But yeah, I think that's basically it. What I wanted to talk about. Now, I've got another few little branch off things I want to talk about. Has anybody seen this show on Netflix, Big Mouth? Fuck me, it's funny. Fucking hell, it's hilarious, but in the weirdest reasons. For the weirdest reason. It's about puberty. It's a show about puberty and what prepubescent teens or preteens have to go through these things. We've all been through it, and we've all discovered ourselves, and we've all got that to that point where hormones are flying around, and but this show just takes this and just goes, you know what, screw it, and it's so funny. It's so funny. Like, I think it got released a few weeks ago, but I only saw it on Saturday, and I've watched entire season 3 times now. That's how much I love this show. Nick Kroll is the creator of it. Now, Nick Kroll is an actor, comedian. Not a very good comedian. I don't think he's very funny in his stand-up. He is an impressionist, or he does impressions of like stupid people and bouncers, and it doesn't work for me. I'm sure it works for a lot of other people, but just not for me. I don't like him as a comedian. However, as a comedic actor, fucking hilarious. Like, he's hilarious in the league. For him to create something like this is, and it exceeded everything that I expected from it. So when you first initially see this hormone monster and he's like, fuck you, and he starts swearing at the kids, and he's like just fucking tearing him, you fucking asshole, and he's swearing at these 11, 12, 13 year olds, and you're just like, if I had a fucking monster that was telling me to jerk off every 2 minutes, he'd be like my best friend. No, I'm kidding, he's not my best friend. But it's certainly not the it's not for the faint-hearted. Like, I know a lot of people won't get it, and a lot of people won't like it because they're just like, these are children, these are not legal age. Yeah, but that's what makes it funny, because you've been through that situation. You've been in a classroom and all of a sudden looked at a girl and been like, and your balls have started tingling, and in your head it goes, shall I go jerk off in the toilet? Obviously we don't act like that now. But certainly when your kids get older, or when you look back when you were younger, if you tell me you never fucking was like, you never looked at a girl or a guy and was like, I want to fuck them, and I'm sure you still do that now, but in a more controlling way. But back then, you didn't know it. You didn't know these urges. They were new, and that's what it is. It's funny. It mocks itself. It mocks itself out of growing up and becoming an adult, and it's just so fucking funny. And I can't remember what the guy's name is. Let me just Google this right quick. But one of the characters, one of the kids in it is, I think he's like supposed to be like a Mexican kid or something. I'm not sure. Big Mouth. No, not Big Mama's House. Oh, yeah. So. I might still have it on here, but yeah, it's some Mexican kid or something, and he's such disappointment to everybody. He's an aspiring magician, and he's trying to do loads of different things. He's character played by Jason Mantzoukas, who's also been in, was also in the league with Nick Kroll. And he's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. What else was he in? He plays, what's that film that he was in with Robert De Niro? Like Bad Grandpa or something like that? Dirty Grandpa. And he's the guy that, spoilers, feeds Zac Efron crack. Fucking funny guy, man. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but go watch Bad Grandpa just for that one scene. It's like, is this crack? Yep. It's so funny. But go watch Big Mouth as well, because I think a lot of people will enjoy it. I think it's one of those shows that just mocks itself and mocks what life is, and I think everybody should at least give it a couple of episodes. So yeah, but I was going to talk about one thing, and fuck it, I'm going to talk about it. Y'all got time. Y'all won't be listening to this unless you had time. I saw something get posted last week about this film that was supposed to be released 10 years ago, but because of its frightening nature, it wasn't released. Now, the reason, but now it's got released, and like I say, the reason it didn't get released was because it was too frightening and too graphic, too much for people to see. Now, it was getting released through MGM, really famous company, really famous production company, and it's been released this year. I think it's because we're all fucking deluded and we're all ready for this kind of shit. But from a guy I've seen a Serbian film and I do not ever want to live through that again. There's people out there like, it's not that bad. I'm like, it's pretty fucking bad. So I'm not going to explain what is it. If you want to go see it, go watch a Serbian movie, a Serbian film, whatever it's called. Just forewarn yourself that it's pretty fucking terrible. Scenes in it are very graphic, and scenes of it are very disgusting and disturbing, and it stays with you for a while. In my opinion, I know people who are just like, no, I went to bed that night, didn't give a shit. It's like, yeah, well, you have no soul. But this movie that was not released for 10 years didn't even touch the sides with it. I mean, there was bits where the anticipation builds, and you're a bit worried, you're a bit scared about it, and you're just like, oh my god, what's going to happen? What's happened to this person? But it's a film called The Poughkeepsie Tapes. Now, the only reason I know about it is because I follow such pages as Unilad and the Lad Bible on Facebook. Not because I am a lad, but because I find some of the things that they put up very funny or entertaining. Some of which are informative. I don't put them as a resource for the news. So if they ever post something that's political or anything like that, I just tend to stay away and get my own opinion elsewhere. But Poughkeepsie Tapes, there was comments saying that it was the most disturbing film that anybody's ever seen. People shouldn't watch it. This should never be released. It should never hit the air. It should never be on the internet or anything like that. And then there's people going, you obviously haven't seen a Serbian film or some Japanese films that are really, really fucked up. Go away and watch them. You'll realise that these Poughkeepsie Tapes is it's bread and butter, mate. It's standard. It's easy, and it is easy. Now, people who have been sexually assaulted or sexually abused in any time of their life, I do apologise, and I do have to say that if that has occurred to you, do not watch it, as it may bring up some memories. And all I'm going to say is, though, if you haven't and you want a bit of a scary time, like not scary, but like anxious, and you really want to know what's going on, and you want to watch something that's kind of scary, it's psychologically scary, I would watch the Poughkeepsie Tapes. It does holds on to you for not long. I'd say it holds you for about an hour. I watched that, and then I watched the Conjuring afterwards, and I found the Conjuring a lot scarier. I've seen the Conjuring about 1,000 times, and there's still bits in it there I'm just like, oh shit, that was scary, because it's fucking petrifying, man. For Halloween, I'm gonna try and get some guests on. I'm gonna see, or at least a guest on for Halloween weekend, and I'm gonna do a podcast on the paranormal. I think I'm geek out about paranormal stuff all the time, and I do not know why. I don't believe in ghosts, I never believed in ghosts until about 2008, 2009, when weird shit started happening to me. I'm going to get into that at another time, and closer to Halloween. So in next couple of weeks, listen out. If you like ghost stories and you like a bit of a laugh about it, because you might turn around and be like, you're a fucking dumb fuck, but I am. But these ghost stories that I have from my past experiences, and I want somebody to come on, talk about their past experiences with me. So for now, we're going to leave it. We're going to drop it down, and we're just going to say I'm going to say thank you guys for listening. Sorry it's taken me so long to get back to get another podcast uploaded, but I promise you I'm going to try and do this as frequent as possible. It is really hard to do it when I've got a full-time job, and obviously I've got a fiance that I have to spend time with. It's mandatory. So, and I have obviously other people, but you know, I'm an adult. I have to get on with things. This is only a hobby. It's nothing serious, but I'm going to try and do it more and more. Okay? Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Tom. It's been me with the Geeks. Thanks a lot. Bye.
So pictureless now, a perpetual motion of a car crashing into the ocean. This world we live in the running motion. The picture's always blurry and they're always out of focus. We live our lives around jealousy and greed. No good intentions, just wolves I need to feed. We are a violent race in a self-obsessed age.